What's up, y'all? We're back, hardcore casuals. Sorry, y'all. Man, I tried to upload a video yesterday, breaking down that interview that Anthony Joshua did with Sky Sports after the London press conference. What the fuck? Of course I forgot that coffee. Damn, I spilled coffee in the back of my truck, y'all. Anyway, that's neither here or there. Anyway, the video, I don't know if it got flagged, it got took down. I don't know what happened. Tried to upload it 3 times. You guys can't see it. I can see it. But you guys can't. But you know what? Hey, people don't come to my page for, my channel for late breaking news and all that type of shit. Y'all come because y'all appreciate my opinion and the insight I bring to the table. So I can do that from my cell phone. I'm going to still try to work on that video to give y'all the visuals, though, because I like, showing y'all what I see to make me think what I think and to reach the outcomes that I reach. Anyway, Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, is doing everything right and everything that he has to do to appeal to the American boxing fan base. Over here in America, we don't respect polite. We don't respect courteous. We don't respect intelligence, especially in the black community. Those things aren't respected, okay? And where does that Anthony Joshua takes a lot of heat from that community, that LDBC community. That's like, PBC boxers, And this is the narrative that they push, and they're gonna think that he's soft as long as he come out and shows those character traits. So by him being a little more aggressive than we've seen in previous build-ups to fights, I think that's exactly what he needs to do to endear himself to the American public, boxing fans, and win them over. And I think it's calculated. I think that this is a move that was planned. He told us, he told us that all his moves are calculated. He told us that he likes a regimented life, and he's a very strategic person. So I think he knows. He's been in New York several times. He's been here a couple times. This ain't the first time. This is the 3rd time that I can think of within the 12-month span of time that he's been here. Yeah, it was either he came here one time before or after the Povetkian fight. Can't remember when it was. Then he came here for that DAZN launch for the Canelo fight, and then he's back now. That's like 3 times within a 12-month period of time. So he knows this. He's been here enough times, and then I'm sure he got enough people around him that pulled his coattail and say, hey man, you're going to have to, let your nuts hang a little bit. You're going to have to motherfucking put some bass in your voice, poke your chest out, and talk a little shit. And not that Joshua can't, not that he never has, it's just not, he hasn't did it on this level. But I like the fact that he's still being respectable about it. You know what I'm saying? He's still managing to come off and deliver that aggression that the American fan base likes without doing it in a disrespectful way, like say a Big Baby Miller is. See, let's do a quick compare contrast with the 2 press conferences, one in New York, one in London, one in Darrell Miller's home, one in Anthony Joshua's home. The first press conference in New York, Joshua didn't bring the belts. First thing we noticed. Why? He was out there. He didn't have Darrell Miller waiting. That's the second thing. Now, Darrell was very disrespectful during that interview. During that press conference. Okay. Now, we come back later. Now we're in London. Joshua has his ass waiting, and he has the hardware out there. Okay. In my opinion, there's 3 phases of of boxing. Okay, there's three fights that occurs. Okay, there's three battles that occurs within the fight. Okay, there's the mental warfare. We'll break it down into two phases. Okay, the mental warfare and the physical fight. Okay, the mental warfare is the part of the fight that starts with the negotiations. Okay, because believe it or not, even negotiations are part of mental warfare. When it starts off by one guy having to tell the other guy or admit to the other guy, you know, that basically he's the inferior fighter of the two. Not meaning he skill wise, just you know, popularity, whatever. You're the inferior one in this situation. I'm the fucking man. You're going to do what the fuck I say. That's the first thing that has to happen before we even get to a fight, before we even get anywhere else. That's got to be decided, okay? So once that happens and once that's decided, you know, that's going to have a mental effect on the fighters. It's going, I mean, at least it would me, okay? And I can only go by me. And so that's why I say that, you know, and I would, you know, maybe I'll, you know, so I'll have an opportunity to ask them that one day. And then, you know, and so you look at, you know, the Darrell Miller situation, you know, Joshua even talks shit, says how he's a dummy and how it was easy to negotiate with him because he's just dumb and shit like that. And then you see, like with Wilder, Fury, and Dillian White, you know, they're not wanting to admit that Joshua is the superior fighter or the man in that situation. And so we can't get these deals made because they want to be on equal footing to Joshua, and Joshua's like, no, you're not on equal footing to me. So I think that kicks off the mental warfare off the rip. Soon as negotiations start, okay? Negotiations made, then we go on phase 2, and that's the marketing. Or subsection B of the I would say of the mental warfare aspect of the fight, and that's the phase we're in now. We're in that phase. And, okay. So now we're back in London, like I say. Big Baby Miller's talking all kind of shit. How Joshua is padded, how he's this, how he's that, he's protected. Makeup on, he's a fronter, all this shit. You know, not a real champion, had fighting. Then you come out there and the first thing you see is them goddamn them belts that's blinging so hard. Them motherfuckers was buffed up and they are shining so hard. I seen my reflection in the motherfuckers and I'm watching on YouTube. So that's how shiny them motherfuckers was, man. Maybe that's why Darrell Miller had to put his shades on, because he was blinded by Joshua's belts over there, by the light reflecting off Joshua's belts over there. Anyway, you know, so he come out there and then he gotta admit, or to himself anyway, that everything he said out of his mouth is a lie. And he don't even believe it anymore. What does that do to your confidence? What does that do to your confidence when you have to admit that that he's the man and you're the B-side in the situation? Before we even get to the fight. So yeah, so with them two things occurring, so Big Baby Miller, and Joshua mentioned that in the Sky Sports interview about how disrespectful that was. So he showed Joshua showed him respect, like, okay, I'm over in your house, I'm not going to bring my belts, I'm going to try to, you know, because he knows, like, a lot of Americans hate the fact that he got them 4 belts. So I don't think he wanted to throw that up in America's face either. You know what I'm saying? You know, but and then he left from home because it's like, yo, fuck the belt. I don't mean nothing. It's about me and you. But the belts don't make me is the statement he was trying to make as well, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, Joshua got his feet on the damn table, you know, because when you go out there and you see the belts and you got to admit to yourself that everything you saying is a lie, it's fantasy, you don't even believe it yourself, all you can do is put your disrespectful ass feet on the table and put your sunglasses on and try to hide within yourself. And so, yeah, so Joshua's definitely winning them 2 phases of the fight. And And Miller. Oh, and another thing I think Josh was doing very well. I think he's doing a very good job at countering the fucking LDBC narrative about him being scared, all that shit. You know, he showed his hands, showed how rough he had it, how he, you know, he had to bang in the streets too. This shit ain't from boxing. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit, man. So yeah, and he mentioned the, like the ticket sales, how the LDBC is pumping that narrative about Eddie Hearn bought all the pre-sale tickets and all that shit. And Joshman said something there that made a lot of sense. Like, you know, you're not going to, no company, nobody's going to buy them tickets unless there's a aftermarket, unless there's a aftermarket, a demand for them. You know, they're not going to buy them tickets. They're buying them tickets to resell them. You know, they're not going to buy them and do that if there's not a market for them already. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if any CEO or any business owner is doing that just to help Joshua out, you know what I'm saying, then you're not going to be a CEO the next day. You're not going to be in business too long. You know, even if it was Eddie Hearn, what how many thousands of people you know that you can get the tickets away to? And that would just be, it would just be a dumbass move. And it's something that they're pumping up, you know what I'm saying? I just think he did a good job addressing that and just bringing some common sense to that situation. So, you know, last thing I want to say is, you know, shit, you know what? I think I covered everything, man. Think for a second. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yep, I just thought about it, and I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this video, y'all. Sorry I couldn't get that video up to y'all. I'll see if I can chop it up again. I don't know if it's because there's, you know, Sky Sports. I don't know what it was, but I thought that as long as I keep my face in there in the box, that it would be okay. But maybe I need to read and touch on that some more. But as always, guys, thanks for your support. Please like and subscribe. We blowing up. 1